So, good morning. I get asked these two questions all the time. How do you do your makeup? And how did you go about writing and publishing your book? And then sometimes people are asking me who am I fucking, because y'all nosy as fuck. Nobody. But the first two questions I am here to answer today. I have a visual live demonstration of how I'm going to do my makeup. Some of the things that I did off camera include eyebrow primer, eyebrow pencil, the slightest bit of concealer, and skincare. Before any and all of that, I first want to go in with Milk Primer. I'm going to talk very fast because that's just how I talk, nigga. You might need to turn your mic up a tad bit more if you feel like you can't hear. You know what I'm saying. But this primer, this Hydro Grip Primer is just amazing. A great alternative is e.l.f. I really love e.l.f. primers. If you don't want to go to the, what is it? Milk Primer. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna marry in the night. Going up. Okay. So yeah, how did I go about publishing a book? I didn't think it would be this hard for me to talk over jazz, do my makeup, and talk about publishing a book at the same time, but it is increasingly difficult right now. I first like to say that if you have an idea about writing anything, the first step is to write it. And so I was able to get the idea to publish because I was already writing, and at the time I was going through a very just a very intimate breakup, and I was like, I would love to, and I was already writing over like the years, and so I was like, I would love to maybe compartmentalize or like composite all these clips of my writings together in a book and publish it. That was the idea. So I put the idea on paper. The first step was to find this motherfucking concealer. Oh, it's over here. So, ooh, do I really like want to get off camera? Okay, let me just use the concealer that's in front of me. I'm not even got time for all that right now. I'm getting ready to do eyeshadow. Actually, ooh, where we left off at. So, you're gonna find different mediums on how you wanna write. I was able to write and collect my writing over the years through various forms, whether that was physical journals, digital journals, wherever I was able to track and store, that's what I was doing. And so I was using Google Docs as a template for my book. And the first thing you have to do is start with a blank page. Starting with that blank page was the title. I came up with the title first for my first book. I came up with the title, interestingly, first, because there was already a lot of substance and already a lot of written material. And I put the title on the first page. And so you get a lot of anxiety because you think of books, you think of like something really, really big. Like my second book is much larger than my first one, but my third one is going to be shorter than both of them. So shout out to me for being a bad bitch that kind of way. But this YouTube video is not going to show y'all nothing, that I probably have undiagnosed impulsive ADHD, and I'm a Sagittarius, so I literally, my mind is like, I really don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But I put my title on a blank page. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So you have one page and it's just a title page. Eventually you're gonna see like, oh, I'm gradually increasing the word count and page count because I'm always adding more to it. And I say just start there. Start with the title page and you'll see the pages begin to fill up the more you just put stuff on it. That's what I did the first go around. I just put a title page and I just started, like I said, compositing everything together. So I'm like transferring digital files over, or I am transcribing sometimes, like voice memos and typing it out, or I am taking what I wrote in my journal, typing it out on my Google Doc. gradually I start realizing like I have damn near 200 pages, or I have more than 300 pages, and then there comes like this wave of, oh, I need to edit the pages that I have. What do I do? Great question, John. You need to put a table of contents. Okay, now I could easily go in and like, I wonder how I'll do that, because I said this video was gonna come out today before actually like doing the video. Just me agreeing to do shit. But it was something I had been thinking about for a while. A creative had hit me up like, hey, like, how did you, like, bitch, how are you an author of 2 books? How did you do this? And I was like, you know what, funny enough, I'm about to put that video out tomorrow. Tomorrow is today. I had no intention on doing this prior to that boy texting me. Shout out to you for sending me a gift. So I was like, let me go ahead and film it today and do 2 birds in 1 stone. I am one of those like talents that I don't feel like sitting in front of the camera having to edit and distribute content. That is like a social media manager's job. That is a graphic designer's job. You know, that's somebody in marketing. That's not me. I'm just talent. So I be saying I be wanting to film a lot of stuff for y'all on how-tos or DIYs, hole in the walls. But I really truly don't feel like editing it and putting it out. Like that in itself is labor intensive. But anyway, back on track. We're talking about publishing books and makeup. Less about makeup though, because that's just more visual. Hope you can track and see what I'm doing. Anyway, so yeah, you start adding little things that you know books have, right? Books have table of contents. I'm gonna add a table of contents. Books have, not every book, but majority of books have an author's note. I want to put an author's note. I want to be intimate. I want to be personal. I'm going to add that in there for y'all. So that's what I did. Like each of my books have author notes. Like each of my books have brief intermissions, which I really love. And I want to say that the brief intermissions and my second, I keep saying books was books. You know what you guys haven't seen yet? The actual books. So I hope when I stood up, my penis didn't come out of my shorts. Oh, one of my other books is with my sister, but like this is my latest one that I put out. This is called The Love I Learned to Breathe Without. And this was not the first title. I actually switched this title later in the process because I came up with a new title. Where we leave off at? So yeah, come up, you know, put your table of contents, and you know books need page numbers, right? So a lot of the stylistic, technical stuff that we have learned throughout our academic journeys, we know that that's gonna translate into our creative life as well when it comes to things like written documents, right? Or any kind of report that you're tailoring. So it was easy for me to start seeing like all these pages of words have some kind of formality to it after I was able to identify my title, my table of contents, page numbers, author's note. When you have like those little basic things, it's like, okay, I can look at this and tell that this is a book. I can look at this and tell that this is what this is. Which I'm super excited to talk about as well, the graphic design of it all, right? How did you come up with the cover? How did you, all of that. So we're gonna get into it. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm not gonna really edit it. I'm gonna just one take whatever I'm filming right now. We're already 9 minutes into it. Hopefully it's not longer than an hour. Y'all know I love to yap, but also I love to chill. So I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, jumping up and down to I don't even know what I'm saying, but so right now I'm gonna finish this eyeshadow, but that's the first thing you need to do. Put the idea on paper first. If you have an idea of writing a book, okay, great. Let's get to writing it. Because a lot of people have ideas, they don't do nothing with that. So they think it's harder than what it actually is. It's not. Write the book, guys, write the book. As far as getting started. But the process of writing and publishing is actually very difficult, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it because I'm getting ready to publish, or I'm getting ready to write and edit. I'm sorry, let me slow down. I'm getting ready to edit my third book, which is already written. And I am currently writing my fourth book. A lot of this doesn't even matter, or a lot of it won't make sense until years later when it actually comes out. But as far as publishing my first and second book, the second go around was breezier than the first go around. Oh my God. The first go around, I was too worried about what bitches had to say about me. And that's another thing. If you're gonna be an author, you have to realize bitches in your business. Like, I'm gonna go in with me. Talk about duality, bitch. Let's do our makeup and learn how to make money publishing books. That was something I had to cope with though. Like, when I realized that all these people, and when I say all these people, it's me like imagining millions of people reading my books. Cause like I'm a New York Times bestseller, like for every month for the next 12 years. I'm just like, wow, these people have access to you in ways that other people have never in their life had before. Good morning. Wait, gag. I'm filming a YouTube video and I'm on TikTok live. So but it just really is like you have to be prepared to platform yourself in that way. That's another thing going about publishing a book. Self-confidence. Be prepared to have heightened surveillance on you. I can't help but, and then be prepared that you can't control who is going to purchase your books. So imagine me being like a flamboyant gay boy in Atlanta, and I'm writing books about love stories that I've had with men. And it's like, damn, I don't know if the nigga across the street, or if the nigga on a train right there, or if the nigga in a Starbucks, or the nigga in a Dunkin' could be a nigga I wrote about, or a nigga that has read my book and is perceiving me. It's like there's some psychology in this. Like, you have to be prepared to be perceived by any and everybody at all times. It's kind of like the fishbowl theory. You're being watched all the time. And I feel like when you put out a book, people think because you're writing something that the surveillance is like significantly different than versus like putting out content digitally. I feel like it's far greater. Anyway, I lost train of thought, but I'm going to continue to go in with some like warmer shimmer just to like warm it up, and then I'm going to go in with a liner. I actually was not planning to wear white today, but something said refreshed. Literally the word refreshed came into my mind. I was like, okay, let's wear white. And I just decided I'm gonna wear this to go to Publix. Literally, I'm such a bad bitch in my real life. Like, I really just wear this to go down the street to the store. Like, I don't really have to do the grand gestures to go, you know, anything. Like, this is just me on a regular day. And shout out to my homegirl at my TikTok live. Yes, they pick it apart more. Absolutely, bro. I'm glad you in the live, because you be putting the words, and y'all would think because I'm an author, like I could articulate everything all the time. Bitch, it's actually the opposite. Words are very hard for me. But yes, it's like they're more intrigued with it. So now they're gonna study it, dig it, investigate it more. There was a lot I was gonna do right now, and I think it's some liner. I have this cute little shebang right here. I haven't really did the tutorial on makeup yet. I'm just doing it in front of y'all. I feel so bad. If you really waiting for me to vocalize this shit, I'm sorry. You just gotta watch and learn. No, I'm playing. So I'm putting a little liner on. I'm not playing. I don't even feel like saying all that. Like, filming makeup videos is a lot. I remember I did my first beauty brand deal with one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and her name is Halsey. And her beauty brand is about face beauty. And I don't know if you guys know, but that is a multi-platinum diamond record #1 charts Harper like artist. I don't know if y'all know that. So I was really grateful and honored to do that campaign with them. And then I also am just a big fan of Halsey and that brand. So it was so full circle for me. Anyway, that was the very first time that I realized like this social media shit got y'all bitches fooled, because I was thinking, you know, on the outside looking in, when you see people do social media content and social media content creation, you're not realizing that all of, like, they post one video, 20 seconds, but that one video for 20 seconds probably took 20 days to make, probably 200 takes, 20 edits, you know what I'm saying? So when I was doing that About Face Beauty campaign, every time that I finished like a project and sent it out for review, they kept sending it back. And I had to keep reiterating it. And I was like, oh my God, this is very taxing. This is very like labor intensive. I thought it was really easy though, because I kept seeing everybody doing it. No, you're sitting in front of studio light all day. You have to switch your makeup 100 times, put on 100 different outfits. Not complaining about it. I'm just letting y'all know, like, that's what that life is. You know, you see Nicki Minaj post a cute picture from the Met Gala. She's in hair and makeup from sun up to sundown, literally. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how we started talking about that, but I started talking about it. And I said it to say I respect content creators like Jackie Aina and, you know, the beauty girls like Aaliyah J who do that kind of content for us so that I don't have to. And so yeah, publishing your book, you need to ask yourself, why do you want to publish a book? Literally just ask yourself why. And I think asking yourself why and having an answer to that question will help you navigate the publication process. It will help you navigate what happens after you publish it. It will help you navigate the mental gymnastics prior to publishing, because you have an intention. When I published my first book, How I Met the Love of My Life and Lost Him at the Same Time, it was because I had to tell bitches, this is how I met the love of my life and lost him at the same time. Like, it was so literal. The title was gaggy as fuck. I'm gonna let y'all know how I came up with the title, first of all. Thank you, cousins. Shout out to my girls who really hold me down, my family and friends in the chat and TikTok. Shout out to them. I had to tell bitches, like, because also you have to realize I am living a dream for a lot of people. I am gay, I am young, I'm gay, youthful, and I live in like a really pretty big city. And I am like openly gay. So like, that's a dream for millions of gay people around the world. I didn't realize that until after I published my book. So I was like, okay, I have to show people, not really show people, because I was in public relationships too. And part of that relationship was very public. Now that I think about it. Oh, that's another thing you have to worry about as well. When you are writing a book, you are like revisiting a lot of trauma that obviously you graduated from, but that chapter of your life can never escape you. It doesn't matter how many therapy sessions you go to, or how much healing you do, or how much time you spend in solitude. That's still something that happened to me. I still went through a very terrible breakup. Like, I still went through a very messy relationship. Like, that's something that still happened to me. Not saying that I'm stuck in that place, just letting you bitches know, like, you have to revisit that, and y'all have to be prepared to cope with that. Not a lot of bitches can cope with that. I keep swearing this YouTube video probably would never make it to light. Are they gonna flag it? I just want to be able to talk how I want to talk. Oh my God. Maybe I can like clip it, and it's, I don't even got time to clip. Man, I don't feel like clipping, man. But that's just something I had to be prepared for. It was like, because I remember writing my book and I was editing it with the editor, and I was like, whoa, just reading. So for context, in my first book, there are journal entries dated, let's just say 1969. And I published it, let's just say 2036. And I'm editing it 2035. Me and my editor have to go back and review what I wrote in 1970 about the man who stomped my head out in the back of the car. that's something I had to be prepared for. So I just want to put that out there. You know, you're gonna revisit your history. You can't rewrite it, but you can definitely revisit it. Why is it that everything I say just sounds like I should be winning a Nobel Peace Prize or something? Is that a Sagittarius thing? So I'm beginning to hate what I'm doing with this liner. And usually when I start feeling this way, that means I've spent too much time on it and I've gotten in my head trying to perfect it. Let me just say this right here, right now. I am not Nicki Minaj. My eyeliner will not look that crisp. Okay? But I did want to just do a little something. Now this looks all kinds of fucked up. Like from the shimmer to the liner to all of it. I know. I'm not even finna disagree with y'all about that. But for the sake of this video and this TikTok live, we're gonna keep it pushing. I'm actually gonna go in with some more something. Bitch, so where we leave off at? So I think the guy in my DM was like, you know, how did you publish your book? I feel like I pretty much already answered that question. So now I just want to talk. Oh, I literally did not answer the question at all. You want to know why? Because I didn't talk about the medium, like where I published. That's the most important part. Well, not really, because once I tell you how to get started, the rest is up to you, right? Like you have agency to go and publish where you want. And I want to echo on that real quick. I self-published my book using Amazon's KDP self-publishing, meaning if I wanted to right now, I can log into Amazon and publish a book, meaning I have the freedom to do that. Whereas I don't really know what the relationship and process looks like with agencies and publishing companies, but I'm pretty sure they are retaining some publication rights, you know, who, what, when, where, and how, why. My situation was just a little different because at the time of me publishing, I couldn't fund a publishing company, because that's another thing. Oh my God, I keep forgetting to talk about a lot of stuff. I probably should have just wrote down notes before coming to the video, but y'all know me, I'm a real bitch. I'm gonna record this in one take and put it out as is. You finna get my real raw thoughts unfiltered. I forgot to talk about how expensive it is. Just, let me, whoa, let's reel it back. Because it was only expensive for me because I wanted to put out quality. My editor, I was a freelance editor that I sourced from a platform called Upwork. Everything I'm talking about, I'm probably just gonna provide screenshots in the video as well. Putting the YouTube videos together is a lot, man. That's why I need a team, because I can't, man, I don't feel like doing that. I can't, like, if y'all waiting on me to get out the hood, bitch, it's gonna be a while, because I don't feel like doing those, like, YouTube is just a lot. But, okay. So when I sourced my editor from Upwork, you're gonna find a lot of freelance editors and they have their own fixed rates. A lot of people have fixed flat rates. A lot of people have like project date-based rates, whatever. I was able to find an editor who I really loved somewhere, I think she was like in India. In order for me to, first, you can't just edit with anybody, that's another thing. So me and my editor, I did a lot of personality-based stuff. We had a bunch of different Zoom meetings and Skype calls, if you will, just me learning who she was. I want to hear how you speak, because how you speak in your casual conversation, first of all, is a reflection of who you are as a person. And it's gonna also reveal a lot to me about your intellectual capacity. And then also it's gonna tell me, bitch, is you a vibe? Is you cool or are you not cool? And my editor was cool. We had a bunch of different Skype calls. We had, through our casual conversations, I was able to pick up that we speak the same language regarding a lot of things like love, life, and loss. A lot of the music that we listen to is very similar because I am a world builder, meaning my books come with music universes. So each book and each one that I plan to write has a playlist or a song or something that is just special that I wanted to share with y'all. So I shared the playlist with her and she was able to embody that world and step into that. So anyway, I was able to pay her based on a project date deadline. And I think for this first book, I end up missing my deadline, so I end up coming out of pocket more That's just some amateur shit though. I'm gonna tell y'all this, going into publishing, you need to keep track of deadlines and dates and payments, and conversations. Like, who are you talking to? Where are you talking to them at? What are y'all discussing? If you're discussing money, how much is going into this? How much is coming out? What is your anticipated return on your investment? Because I like to preface this by saying this. Remember earlier in the video I talked about intention? When I put out these books, I was not giving a fuck about who was finna pay money to buy it and how much was coming back into my pocket. Because quite frankly, a book ain't paid for shit of mine yet. But you know what I love? Who knows what will happen after I post this video? I might post this video and become a New York Times bestseller. Or that's another thing about writing, is that it is forever. Bitch, once you publish a book, it's out there for life. Somebody could buy it today. Somebody could buy it today, 10 years from now. And I'm still gonna get that residual income. I just wanna say I haven't seen it yet. So if you're into publishing books because you are anticipating like instant gratification, you're in it for the wrong reason. Or you could be in it for the right reason. Like if that's your niche, being a greedy ass, masculine capitalist monster, sure, do that. But I was publishing books because I just love writing. So I'm about to stop with the shimmer because I'm about to throw the fucking palette out the window because I hate it so much. Mind you, I look good as fuck. It's just I'm a Sag. I'm very critical on how I want shit to look, you know, how I want shit to feel and flow. I keep swearing in this video they're not gonna like put it out, and I feel so bad because I told the guy I was gonna publish the video today. Why did I open my mouth and say that? I really don't know. I'm probably talking too fast for y'all to keep up. This is how I talk in real life though. So I remember one time I was cursing my dad out. And he was like, why are you talking so fast? And I was like, this is just me talking. And then one time, like, I was a barista before. Girl, imagine me being a barista. You want a small iced vanilla oat milk latte? 1 cup of caramel, 1 cup of vanilla with some strawberry cream cold foam. Okay, 6:43, let's go. Do you want to scan for your Starbucks rewards? Okay. First of all, shout out to Starbucks. Bitch, you changed my life. Anyway, what I just get done doing? So I got done doing shimmer, got done doing liner. And it's not really like liner, it's just like, cause you don't see a wing, you just see like a black outline. And I think I just wanted, well, I think that's just what I wanted to accomplish today. We're just like a black little line, period. That's the tweet actually. I just wanted to accomplish a black local line. Shout out to all my hood bitches, my black bitches in the hood, who, you know, getting out the mud like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in social climbing, so that's also why I did not go to any publishing house. If I wanted to, I could have. And humbly speaking, it's a lot of shit that if I wanted to do it, I could have. But I'm not interested in being a greedy social climber. Like, you know, like I'm not interested. So it's like, go to a publishing company for what? Like, for what? Now, I'm not saying I won't ever do that. Duh. Let the right company call my phone and they saying the right shit at the right time. Oh, I'm signing them papers. But it has to feel right for me. And that's another thing, how I was able to source my editor and graphic designer. And we're gonna get into my graphic designer for my books as well. Because if you have any of my books, you know my book covers are specially designed, bitch. Do you see this cover? This took 4 months to do. And what you guys don't know, or maybe what you don't immediately see, which I love, a lot of my art, I'm an artist, that's the tweet, but a lot of my art is like, you have to have a brain or some kind of brain power or some kind of like gradual ascension into like intellect or and creativity, because the lines are really blurry in my lifestyle. On the spine of my book, I have a heart. I thought that was really dope. So simple, but I thought it was really dope. I have a heart on the spine of my book and a sweet message that I don't want to spoil to y'all. So if you want to see it, go get it. And then I have like a lot of different details on my book. Like on the back cover, I have butterflies. Guys, this is my second book. On the first book, there were butterflies on the front cover. There are butterflies on the back cover on this book. That is for a reason. The cracks on my cover, they're not just basic cracks, they're cracks of gold, because in the past few years, I've had to exercise a lot of resilience. When I think of the word resilience, the color that comes into my mind is gold. Wow, I have gold shimmer on my eyes today. Look at that alignment. On the cover as well, I have rose petals gradually falling, because on my first book, this is the second book, and it doesn't help that I don't have my first book with me right now. I left it with my sister who's reading it. On the first book, I have rose petals. The rose is so significant to the story, bitch. You would think a plant is not that big of a deal. No, bitch, it is. But you have to read it to kind of, for everything to make sense to you. So I really, because this is a breakthrough. The love I learned to breathe without. It makes sense that there are tracks on the cover. Bitch, I am a rebirth. I am a butterfly. Are we following? Man, get the, man. Knock it off. Okay, so where we left off at? So for makeup, right? Because this is supposed to be a makeup tutorial too, but less on the tutorial, more of a like a makeup demonstration. I just want to go in with a little concealer to finish underpainting. I call it sculpting my face. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm talking about right underneath the lip. This is how I want my concealer to look. You can do yours how you want. This is how I do mine. Like, especially when I'm not doing, notice too, like I don't have on a lot of makeup. I don't know what this misconception is that because I look so cunt, I'm wearing a face full of makeup. Girl, I just swiped my face probably 3 times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really just cunt for real, but this is me like carving out something. I really don't know why I do this, but I do it. And I do the top lip. Literally, this is all the makeup you need. This is not a lot of makeup. I have on like 2 swipes. That's it, that's all. It's been 30 minutes and we're just not getting to concealer. Wow, so I'm gonna make sure this video is not an hour. I hate hour videos. I can't even sit down and watch my own stuff. Well, I can sit down and watch my own stuff, but just not like this. Oh my God. For those of y'all who don't know me, they can be like, bitch, what are you even talking about? Girl, I don't know. So I'm pressing in. I'm trying to press gently because we have to keep in mind too, this is our face and this is like skin, right? This is our flesh. So there should be no reason whatsoever that I am stabbing my face. Like, I had to really, because I was doing eyeshadow one day and I was like, why am I pressing my fucking eyelid so hard? Like, this is my eyelid. I need this to see. Like, you know what I'm saying? So be really gentle. Like, all that masculine shit, I don't know why. This is not an attack on masculinity. Everything that I'm saying is satire and for entertainment purposes only. I don't know why I keep joking about masculinity in this way, but it's, well, if it's a joke, it's a joke. Hell, I guess I just said it myself, huh? What? Anyway, ni hao. Who the fuck? So, no. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this foundation that I've had for a couple, okay. Guys, there is an expiration date on most things, okay? Especially cosmetic products. But I had this foundation in the tuck for about a year or 2 or 3. This bitch still works and she put on like water, so I'm gonna wear her. Obviously I have more recent foundations from Lady Gaga. She's one of my favorite makeup artists, makeup brands, House Labs. I haven't tried Fenty's yet, but I plan to. You know, I plan to do all the things soon. I can't find nothing I'm looking for, so I'm low-key irritated. Oh, everything I'm looking for is over there. I don't want to get up because I'm wearing shorts, but I'm not wearing underwear. So I don't know what's gonna slip out. I'm irritated. Okay, hold on. Let me just let me just slide on up out of there. Okay. And just slide one back in. Hey guys, hey. Ooh, hit it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with some foundation. I don't need a lot of foundation. I just need a dollop. This is literally just a dollop. You don't need a lot of makeup, like, we really don't. Okay, I lied. I need another dollop, but y'all don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't. But me though, hold on, bitch. I need another. And notice how like the underpainting and everything we just did is seamlessly in the process of being blended. And I've only, you know what I'm saying? So Okay, so the goal is to be done in the next 10 minutes. Like, let me challenge myself to be done in 10 minutes because I don't feel like sitting in front of this camera no more. But as far as like my graphic designer, now I have to really figure out how to best speak to graphic designers in a language that they understand. Because I think people forget that graphic designers are not authors, right? So if you're designing a book, if you're writing a book, you can't just assume your graphic designer understands your story. They didn't write it. Why am I eating like the little taglines and shit? You know, like the little sayings. So I was like, what can I do to help my graphic designer understand what it is that I'm trying to accomplish right now? The first thing that I did was show them my Instagram. I said, hey, because my story is a memoir, so it's really reflective of my personal life. And a lot of my personal life has been documented, you know, across my social media channels from like Pinterest, TikTok, and Instagram. So I said, hey, check out my Instagram and use my profile grid as your mood board. My lip combo is very simple. I go in with a black pencil and then I literally go in with a brown pencil. In this case, I'm using Huda Beauty Rich Brown. It's my favorite lip liner in the entire world. There are alternatives. Every brown liner does not do the same thing. It just depends on the kind of style and tip that it is. Like, you can look at this pencil and tell it's of quality. So when I write on my lips, you're gonna see the color and the pigment. But like, Rare Beauty has a great brown liner. Fenty has great brown liners. Everybody got, yeah, at this point, everybody got brown liners, but I stick to what I love and what I use all the time, which is Huda Beauty. And so, using my social media as a catalyst for the graphic designer, I was able to show them my immediate aesthetic, right? Because they still have to learn me over time. It takes months for a person to learn you and your style. Me and my graphic designer was working on this book cover for months. We was working on this for like at least 3 or 4 months. So, you know what I'm saying? So after showing them the basics of that, right? Hold on. I'm looking for something and nothing all at the same time. I was able to then source inspiration from other things, because a lot of the inspiration from my book cover came directly from me. So it's not like I'm doing some like out of the ordinary kind of shit to inspire my graphic designer. She pretty much was inspired by me. Like I said, I was the talent. Right now I'm looking for the hooks. No, I'm looking for some lipstick. After I do my lip liners, I always go in with like a red tint. And lately I've been using L'Oreal. So shout out to L'Oreal. We'll leave off that. So, I mean, granted, I was able to say, hey, I think these are books that I've read before and these are covers that I love. And a lot of them came from John Green. You know, John Green wrote a lot of stuff like The Fault in Our Stars and stuff like the Handmaid's Tale book cover. Because I can just show you the books I'm talking about, for example. Like, if I just had to pick 1, 2, or 3 books at a glance right now that really spoke to me and kind of like inspired me in some capacity, were these 3. My Burn book, I love the color pink. Both of my books at the moment are pink, which is on brand for me as well. That tracks across everything. And then, yeah, who wrote this? Tracy Garvis Graves, The Girl He Used to Know. So good. The Way I Used to Be is such a good read. Who wrote this? Amber Smith. So when I saw these book covers, and I was like, well, what attracted me about the story? What attracted me about this? I was able to design my own. So do you see how I got inspired by, and I'm not saying that this exclusively inspired this, because this is my first time looking at this in a past 7 months, because I just moved. I just picked this up out the windowsill. I didn't even see this when I was designing my books. I'm just using this as an example. But it's okay to be inspired by a book and then still produce something so original and authentic to you and your brand. So yeah, I just had to put that out there though. I don't want nobody to be like, oh, he got his book cover. No, bitch, I'm just not serious. So there's that. But after I press in my added concealer, I'm gonna go in with the powder. I usually go in with Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, right? But let me tell you something about Charlotte Tilbury. She's not a cheap bitch. Once you run out of Charlotte, if you don't have Nicki Minaj money, you're not replenishing her that fast. So I always tell people you can use a lot of e.l.f. products. You don't have to go so high end all the time. Like, you know, you can tap into that obviously, but I can do a whole face of makeup just using e.l.f. products alone. So shout out to Charlotte, because somebody had recently talked about like their makeup journey. There was like, I'm doing makeup for the first time. Every author is definitely inspired. Exactly. What products should I get? Like, what should I tap into? And everybody was in the comments listing and naming higher end makeup. And I was like, if somebody just said that they're a beginner in makeup, why are you sending them to go get Fenty Beauty? Baby, go down the street to your beauty supply store. Go play around in that. You don't go buy Fenty to play around in. That's how I learned how to do my makeup. I was going to the beauty supply store every single morning before high school. Me and my gay friends would and my twin sister, we would get off the bus, go get us breakfast from McDonald's. It was a caramel frappe, a hash brown, and a chicken biscuit. And then we would go to the beauty supply store right by the CVS, and I would be buying lipsticks, lip liners, and that's how I learned how to do my makeup over time. I'm gonna go in with Fenty Beauty Cashew. But so I was able to do that with my graphic designer. And you have to be very careful with, like I said, like the payment, deadline, and processing. All of that is interconnected throughout everything that you do in the publishing process. Because if a graphic designer is taking 4 months to design your book cover, they're gonna want to be compensated for that, right? Before I reach, oh my God. Before I reach this final, and you have to see it in person to kind of see the beauty of it and appreciate the beauty of it. But before I reach this cover, guys, we probably have like dozens of samples of what I told her I didn't like, right? Like, that's another thing I love about the publishing process, is that it taught me how to be an entrepreneur, but it taught me how to be a confident spokesperson and advocate for myself. My favorite thing to say is no. I told my graphic designer no 101 times probably before we reached the final product of that. So, and it's totally okay to say no. Like, I didn't say, oh, I like this, no, and I didn't like it. No, I don't like that. Can you go in and fix this? Can you go in and fix that? And most times I'm communicating with my designer or editor in real time, because we're texting back and forth. Your designer and editor should feel comfortable enough to come to you, and you should feel comfortable enough to go to them and say, I don't like that. Take that shit off. It's ugly. You know, be real. Like, I don't like that. No, I ain't never told my designer no shit like that. But I'm just saying, like, be comfortable talking to them and expressing yourself. Like, how you want to write a book and you scared to tell the McDonald's lady that she messed up your order, you know? It's the same thing. I just said 3 different things, but I promise my spirit is telling me it's all connected. We just gonna move on. You know, like, how do you want to write a book, but you scared of, you don't even post yourself on Instagram, but you want to write a book? You know, you have to think about those things. I'm not saying that that's y'all or anybody watching on TikTok. But you have to be prepared to be a public figure. Literally, you have to be prepared to be a public figure. When I type my name into Google, my books come up. Like, it's really getting to the time where, you know. So, as you guys can see, when I put that powder on, it kind of like smoothed everything out. So, I wanted to really film this on Twitter, and I was like, why is my Twitter stream not working? Because whenever I get on Twitter and stream, I rake up hundreds of viewers. And they're mostly, shout out to the Barbs. Mostly Barbs, because that's who I really only interact with. Let me not assume it's just Barbs though, because the Twitter viewers are anonymous, whereas on here I can see who's watching me. So we didn't finish it in the 10 minutes, but I have a lot of warm powder and stuff on my face. So guys, I'm gonna go in with a brighter powder now. Everything do look crazy. I'm not disagreeing with y'all. Let me tell you something about makeup that most people don't want to talk about. Okay, great. You can get your makeup done. You can do your makeup. Your makeup is not gonna look best until you age in it. I can do my makeup right now. It's cunt. You can see I'm in the beginning stages of looking cunt. I'm not gonna look cuntier until like 2 hours from now. And I don't know how that makes sense, but it do. So I'm gonna lightly press this like lighter powder in the inner corner because I'm the kind of bitch, like, I'm a Barbie. So I love like a bright under eye. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the theatrics. But also the way that I do my makeup, like I still look like me. I don't, it's not like I'm transforming. Like I look exactly like me. So where we leave off at as far as publishing, I talked about my graphic designer. I talked about editing a little bit. Editing could take months. Let me be transparent on that as well. Editing could take months. I think for this second book, my second book was finished. It was already written. What's before April? March? It's safe to say that my second book was probably written in March, like fully done, and I probably moved on to like the next book or the next whatever I'm working on that I don't want to spoil it right now. I probably didn't start editing until late April because I couldn't afford to fund it, right? So I had to fund it. It cost money, like I told y'all. So I have to fund it probably later in April. I probably didn't finish writing it or finish editing until like the day before. In fact, my editor right now is still waiting for me to give her a final word to send me a revised manuscript. Literally, my book has probably been published. Oh my God. My book has probably been published for more than a month and I'm still anticipating final edits. So, and I probably wrote that book over 2 years and it's been out published right now as we speak for a month and I am today still working on a final edit. So just to put that into perspective for you, you're gonna be editing up until release. I remember Nicki Minaj, different universe, same concept. Nicki Minaj was talking about how the Queen album, she went on, his name is Zane Lowe, for the Queen Apple Music Beats radio. She said that he asked her, like, when did you finish the album? Nicki said 3 hours ago. It translates to the Arthur's world as well. Like, and even when I published my first book, like, I was not happy with the manuscript that I had out, so I told people to send it back. I want you to keep that in mind too. Like once you have a manuscript out there, it's pretty much out there, right? Like once something is in distribution, somebody buys it, it's in distribution, they send it, it's out there, there's nothing you can do about it. So it was the manuscripts that was published and that people were purchasing that I didn't want them to have. And I think it was because I rushed the first process, because I don't know if you guys noticed, my first book came out on my 19th birthday and I wanted that to come out in a very special way, and it did, so I'm really grateful for that. But and then my second book came out on the anniversary of that relationship that I wrote in that first book. I don't even know if people know that the book that I wrote, it came out June 6th, which is the anniversary date of that relationship that I wrote about in the first book. So I'm really detail oriented and crafty when it comes to how I want to share things with you guys in that way. But you're going to be editing for a while, like, and it happens, and you cannot control, you know, once it's out there, it's out there. So I would say if you're not ready to like publish it and let it sit on its own, don't publish. But if you know you're gonna publish it and you know you're gonna want to make iterations to it, just go ahead and wait, because just go ahead and wait. Like, you're wasting resources doing stuff like that. Also guys, when you are publishing your books and stuff, one thing that I think is really helpful to know is that you have to order personal copies to evaluate it in real time. I probably spent like $100 alone just buying my own copies of my own book so that I can approve or disapprove edits, whether it was on the cover or internally in the manuscript. If I didn't like it in real time, I sent it back. I didn't send it back. I think I kept most of them, but I would. It don't even matter what I'm saying right now because I'm looking for a brush that I can't find. Here we go. So I don't contour heavily, but I am gonna contour with a little eyeshadow on my nose. And I used to deny the fact that I didn't contour. I'm like, oh, I don't contour because I thought contouring meant heavy application, cream contour, this, that, and the third. If you're about to put eyeshadow on your nose and do exactly what I'm doing, you're contouring. So language matters. I'm contouring my nose using eyeshadow. So this is an hour-long video, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of entertainment. It's a lot of spontaneity in here. But I think for the most part, I know for certain, like, we're 51 minutes in. So if by now, to those of you who are curious, if you don't have answers on nothing by now, I either need to never pick up a camera again or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be something, but I think for the most part, I definitely answered the bulk of the question of like, how do you go about publishing a book? And when I talk, I'm not talking in a way of like, what I'm saying, I'm just chilling, we chopping it up. But I'm gonna go in with a little blush. Go in with a little blush. I'm gonna use this powder blush. I love dark red stuff. So my lip tint that I just put on, the lipstick I used was dark red. This blush is dark red. Because everything else is already right. I guess it just depends on what look you're going for as well. I do like light rotations in an upward motion. Do you see the difference? I'm talking to TikTok. Well, y'all can see it too. No blush on your arm. Blush on your arm. Blush on your arm. Blush on your arm. No blush on your arm. Blush on your arm. And I'm gonna say this while I have everyone's attention. Young Money to the death of me. X in a box, cause ain't nobody checking me. Just so we're very abundantly clear on what side of history I'm gonna be on. The right side. I'm not gonna lie, I did just touch the baby pink. I did just touch baby pink, just for the fuck of it. Like, I was like, let me just see something. We're 52 minutes into it. I'm not editing about this video. I'm just gonna give it to you in this raw ass one take. And I think that's what I love about my content, is that it's not overly curated. I just record and put it out like, hey, this is me. You guys asked me how to do my makeup, boom, here you go. You asked me how to publish a book, boom, here you go. Keep asking me to do shit because it helps me find my purpose. I'm not gonna lie. I recently went private because I realized that I'm not a social climber. I have no desire to be what I see on the internet. Because if that's the case, I can do that and be that. But when I realized I was getting like hundreds and thousands of impressions across my channels for like no reason, I was like, wait, y'all bitches gotta go. So I recently went private because I'm exclusive. Like, if you want to know me, see my content, then you see it. But if not, I'm totally fine with that as well, So I said all that to say nothing really. I'm just talking to talk, but let me I think I gotta do some highlight. Oh my God, 53 minutes. Can I finish in the next? Well, it's 54 minutes. Can I finish this video in the next 5 minutes? Can I finish everything? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't know. Well, while we wait and sit here and spaz, can I be real? I don't really wear setting spray, but for the sake of this video, I'm wearing setting spray. I don't think setting spray is necessary. I know it's a lot of makeup girls that's gonna try to fight me. Please don't fight me. Setting spray is not necessary, especially if you're trying to spend money on like all this expensive setting spray. Stop. Actually, a hack, DIY, you heard it from me first. I'm looking for a lip gloss that I don't see, so I'm about to just throw everything out the fucking window. A hack, one of my frenemies in the past, I hope you're doing good, girl. You changed my life with this. He was like, you know, gays know everything, but especially the gays who are like really into makeup like he was, that kind of helped me get a jump start into it. He was like, here we go, don't hit me. But he was like, hey pretty, he was like, wear wig glue, like, you know, spray it, wig glue, got to be. And I was like, bitch, are you crazy? Girl, I sprayed that wig glue, my makeup didn't move. So from that day forward, I've been a wig glue bitch, I'm not gonna lie. But I need some lip gloss right now. Imagine saying you need lip gloss and you pull this out on camera. I can't edit this, take this out, and pretend like I got one that's full. Bitch, this is what I got for you. So, and I usually, when I'm trying to be cute and formal, I will apply my lip gloss with a brush applicator. Like, I have makeup brushes exclusively designated for a lip gloss application. But I'm a badass bitch. I can do what I want. To be honest, yeah. That's the tweet, actually. Wait, so my makeup's pretty much done. We're 56 minutes in. Maybe I could like touch up a brow or something, you know, but even then that's not really necessary. Like, my makeup look good as fuck as is, but I don't mind like a little brow moment, a little brow love. I'm not mad at that at all, actually, because I actually needed it. And I'm gonna clean it up with some concealer, maybe not. Yeah, I can. I'm not gonna wear any mascara because I don't need it. I'm not really going anywhere. It's a lot of stuff that I don't wear anymore. You know, that's just one of them. Now I need to take this big ass do-rag off my head. I'm sitting here looking like, oh hey, maybe I should do mascara because now I'm sitting here looking at my face. I'm like, but you look kind of cunt. Now, I don't have on any primer on my forehead, so I'm gonna put some just right above the brow bone. 57 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and stop the video. And then I don't wear makeup on my forehead, so I'm just gonna press right here, like, no makeup on my forehead, but you know what's on my forehead? The line from my do-rag. And I'm gonna keep it there. No edit, no nothing. Bitch, this me. Because as like I said, my face is gonna age throughout the day. That's not gonna be there all day. So I never give a fuck. 57 minutes. Wait, because I low-key wanna do a little more of something. Just don't know what. I definitely do a little more of something. Something about, I'm looking for a highlight. Like, it was everything throwing me off. So I was like, where everything at? Time get the limit being limited. Okay, I'm going in with House Labs. This is like my favorite highlight app. Whoa, I don't know what you guys can see, but I'm going in with House Labs. Wow, I need a bigger highlight brush if I want to complete this in under an hour. And I don't know where the one that I love is at, so I'm going with this, wherever this is, and just lightly dust around these areas up here. I think I'm gonna go with a darker liner, but I cannot find the liner pencil. We're 58 minutes and 31 seconds in. We most definitely finished this on time. I am incredibly proud of myself. It seems like I work hard when y'all tell me to. So I just want to say, you know, thank you for tuning in. I hope to read your book, and I hope that you guys check out my books. And I'm gonna be adding some stuff in here. Like, I was saying a lot of stuff, but it probably helps if you see it. Or, oh my God, what if I did do a masterclass? Everybody else charging y'all for shit. Here I go, giving y'all a free game. It's because I believe in the spirit of abundance, and everything that I give out, every blessing that I share will come back to me tenfold. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in thus long. Right. And I hope to catch you another time. Hold on, let me do a thumbnail. And then screenshot it from here. Okay, that's cute. 59 minutes and 39 seconds.